Hello, and welcome back to another episode of That's Random. So far, this will be the third episode with Dani Wright, who is an aspiring power armor mechanic. So in the last episode, we went to ArcJet Systems with Paladin Dance. And in the process, we managed to upgrade our T45 power armor to the B model. So everything is T45B. But that is as far as we can go until I manage to somehow get my intelligence ramped up. Oh, I still have a low power core in there, but anyway. Until I manage to get my intelligence ramped up a bit. If I can drink out of this fountain. And then maybe get some science perks, because it looks like that's what I'm going to need in order to be able to further improve this armor. And I have sort of a plan for that, but we may have to do a couple of other things first before we do that. Okay, looks like I have got some purified water here. So I haven't gone back to the police station yet, because I came here to unload some stuff and patch up my armor a bit. Because it had taken a little bit of damage as well. So we'll head on over to the police station now. Let's see here. I got a food. Yeah, I got a food item here that I can eat to heal my health up the rest of the way. And I also have a level up. I wonder what I should take that in. There's so many choices. Heavy Gunner would be a good one. I can do that for now. Because I can't really do a lot of other things, right? But Heavy Gunner, of course, works with that Gatling rifle that I found. And, of course, the crafting things, blacksmith, armor, those are also probably going to be important for later. But for now, I think we'll go with Heavy Gunner. Okay, so we just ended up swapping out a fusion core, so we've got a brand new fresh one in there now. And we'll go into the Cambridge police station.
Glad to see you alive and well, sir.
Are we in luck, sir?
Mission accomplished. We have the transmitter.
Finally, some good news for a change. Nice work, sir.
I didn't do it alone. Aylin, Reese, it's time to welcome our newest recruit to the recon team. She shows a lot of promise, and with the proper guidance, I think she has the potential of becoming one of the best.
Okay, well, tell a joke.
For the spiffy uniforms.
Oh yeah? And here I thought you joined up for a sense
I
of
want one of
purpose
those
and
caps
meaning.
like what Scribe Halen has.
I expected you to take your payment and run.
Yeah.
Let's just hug this out and get it over with. What do you say?
You can play it however you want, tough girl. It's gonna take a lot more than completing one mission to impress me.
Reese is so
that's
sour.
Enough. Like it or not, you're going to have to learn to work together. And you need to understand what it means to be a part of the Brotherhood. We're not soldiers of fortune. We're an army. And we've dedicated our lives to uphold a strict code of ethics. If you intend to stay within our ranks, you need to obey our tenets without question.
Okay.
Understood.
Outstanding. Since I know you're eager to get started, I'll get right to the point. I only ask for two things from anyone under my command: honesty and respect. You fall in line, you stay in line. I give you an order, and you follow it. It's as simple as that. Now, before I release you to Halen and Reese for your assignments, there's one last order of business. From this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Initiate. This is only a training rank. I'm not permitted to grant ranks any higher than that.
Okay, sure.
Fair enough.
Outstanding, soldier.
Ad Victoriam, Initiate.
She doesn't even know what that means, Halen.
Ad Victoriam means to victory. In our eyes, defeat is unacceptable, because we're fighting for the future of mankind. Our rallying cry is more powerful than any weapon you could ever carry. Remember that. Now, I need you to report to Halen or Reese for your next assignment. Dismissed, soldier.
Okay, well, now we have access to a bunch of Radiant quests. And it's a good way to see the world, so maybe what we'll do as soon as we get turned around here.
Alright, out with it. What's your game?
Game? What do you mean?
I can usually size people up at a glance, but you're different. And it's bugging the heck out of me. You're not the military type. You're a loner. So I can't figure out why you're sticking around. You got what you wanted, so why don't you hit the road?
Well, I want to help people.
I want to help people.
Well, as far as reasons go, that's a pretty good one. Look, I'm gonna cut you some slack because Dance trusts you. But if you step out of line and put any of my brothers or sisters in danger, I'll make sure you regret it. So, ready for your assignment, hero?
Okay, sure.
Ready.
Then listen up. Like it or not, one of our most important
Clear
duties
out
is to
College
keep the
Square.
Commonwealth clear of the trash. I'm talking about mutants, ghouls, synths. The abominations the damn eggheads caused when they started playing with their toys. This op is simple. I'm gonna send you to a target, and you're gonna terminate everything that calls it home. All the details you need are right here. Don't come back until the job's done.
Okay. Yep, clear out College Square. There we are. Here's, Scribe Halen.
Reese still giving you the cold shoulder?
I can handle it.
If you could, you'd be the first. Reese bleeds brotherhood. It's all he cares about. It's his family. It's his whole life. If anything else comes into the picture and gets in the way, he shoves it aside.
Okay.
Is there something between the two of you?
That's none of your business. Look, just give Reese some
I
time.
fail every
I'm sure he'll
persuasion
see
check
you're a valuable
because...
member of the team, and he'll come around. So, are you ready to take on your first assignment?
Okay, sure.
Great. Let me explain what I need you to do. One of the Brotherhood's most important duties is the recovery and preservation of technology that was lost when the bombs fell. I have a list of locations that contain artifacts we need you to recover in order to have them cataloged and studied by our scribes. Here, this should cover all the information you'll need to find your first artifact. Good luck, and be careful.
Okay, where's Halen sending me? Bedford Station. Okay.
What the hell are you waiting around for?
Geez, I just finished talking to Halen. So there. Alright, well, I already been through this place and picked up everything that was worth picking up, so I guess we'll head back outside again here. We'll go clear out College Square. Okay, here we go. So, we have to do a couple of little chores here first, and then we'll get the quest Lost Patrol, which will sort of point me in the general direction of where I want to or need to go. Okay. Weapon we've got here. Righteous Authority. Well, okay, we'll use Righteous Authority for a while because I have a lot of ammunition for it. And I guess we'll start off by picking up stuff here in the outer area, College Square, because this is a good source of building materials for the settlement at the Cambridge Red Rocket. There's a bottle cap mine. We'll just pick up everything, because if we start to get too heavily loaded, well, the Cambridge Red Rocket's not far away. I can always go and unload a load of stuff here fairly quickly. Might as well just pick it all up. And all the food too, because you know what? I saw somebody complain in a conversation thread a while back, and I think it was a post from many years ago, but still it caught my attention because that person said that they felt that the lead belly perk was useless But the one thing that it does do is it allows you to eat anything that you pick up in the wasteland without taking radiation damage. So I don't know that it's entirely useless. I suppose there are other ways to avoid radiation damage and so on, but
Got it.
okay. So we'll just shoot the hell out of this guy. Wow, you don't get very many, wow, that guy hurt me quite a bit, even through my power armor. I get the idea. I get the idea that, a rifle form of this is not really, very good. Here I thought that I was going to be getting a break for VATS. My agility poor or something? Okay, my agility's poor. That's why I don't have very many VATS points. Or AP, I guess you could say. Okay, well. Which is a little bit disappointing because particularly this weapon is supposed to be a good weapon to use in VATS. It's made for that. Whoops, can't do that. Power armor. Pick up this stuff. So I guess I'm going to be manually aiming whenever possible here, or using bullet time, because...
Nice.
oh, good, antibiotics. Because I can't queue up very many attacks in VATS with this weapon. I did a little experiment, actually, and I found that a pistol form with just a reflex sight, like a plain reflex sight with no magnification, actually allowed you the most shots in VATS. And if I gain the ability to make some modifications to this gun, I just might do that. Turn it into a pistol. And instead of having a see-through scope on it, I'll just put a regular reflex sight on it, and that will give me the ability to use this weapon in the way it was intended. And normally I don't use VATS. I was very early on when I had this game, like 10 plus years ago. I discovered that when you tried to use VATS in survival mode, every now and then you would get a freeze crash because of a flaw in the way that the hardcore script, I guess, was written. And then at some point somebody made a mod that actually fixes that problem, so that's why I can actually use VATS now without worrying too much about getting freeze crashes, because I have a mod installed that fixes that problem. Wow, I'm a terrible shot today. Oh, I think there's another bottle there. Yeah. We'll pick up the junk. We won't bother picking up all the guns, because then all that does is it just overburdens me even more quickly. Anybody over there to shoot? See somebody through the window there. We'll sneak in my power armor here, because nobody will hear me going clunk, clunk, clunk as I sneak along. maybe somebody heard me. Where? Okay, well. Oh, in the upper floor there now. Oh, need to have a drink of water. Okay, Mr. Feral Ghoul, where are you? There you are. You're just kind of... Okay, where'd the other one go? He's running away. Where are you going? What do we got there? We got fusion cells and a shotgun shell. See, that feral ghoul will probably come back when I'm not paying attention and hit me in the back or something. Or he took off and just kept on running, who knows. Where are you? Where did you go? Okay, I guess he's not coming back. Oops, didn't mean to grab that. Oh well. Oh, here you are. Yeah. See? Tried to sneak back while I wasn't paying any attention. Well, by the looks of this exploded car, I'd say somebody detonated the mine that was hiding under that car. Guess we'll just loot all these bodies here while we're out here. Of course, clearing out the outer part of Cambridge Square isn't absolutely necessary, the mine, but it is a good way to gather materials and ammunition. And, you know, you can do a little bit of kind of level farming too, right? By killing the ghouls that live in this area. Okay, looks like I already shot them last night. So we'll move on. Do a little bit of tightrope walking up onto the roof of this place. Oh, look at that. Where are you going? He was running so fast I couldn't get a beat on him. However, everything is smart in this game. Even mindless enemies seem to know when you're in a place where they can't get at you, so they go hide until you drop back down to where they can, you know, run at you and attack you. Sort of like in Skyrim, where even the frostbite spiders are pretty smart. Oh, looks like I don't have the see-through scopes thing quite configured yet either. I'll have to find a chemistry bench in order to be able to do that. Because you can configure see-through scopes so that you can zoom in like it's a normal scope like that, even out of third person, or you can aim in third person and only use the scope when you're in first person. And I prefer to be able to aim in third person. Ooh. Uh-oh. Whoop. Yeah, missed me. Which is why I'm going to have to hip shoot here at close range with this gun. Okay, well, let's see what this guy dropped. Enraging Knuckles. Oh, well, okay. Yeah. So I'm going to have to fix up this gun a little bit. Maybe put a reflex sight on it. That might actually improve the VATS usage a little bit as well. Because that's really the Righteous Authority gun was really designed to be used with VATS, and you get the best results for it from that. Like I said, I'm not a big VATS player, but if I'm going to use this gun, it makes sense to use it in the way that it was intended to be used. Right? And actually, to tell you the truth, if it hadn't been for the big VATS freeze glitch in the early days of this game, where I got myself trained out of it, that's why I aim manually so much, because I got tired of my game crashing every time I tried to use VATS. Like, basically, I just started practicing aiming manually, and that's why most of the time now, that's what I do. Okay, well, sooner or later we're going to find a good weapon that shoots 45s. We're finding a lot of 45 ammo on these dead raiders here. We'll just keep picking up stuff here. How much stuff have I got? I'm about halfway now. And it looks like it's starting to get dark, so I might have to take a break here to sleep for the night before too long. I can't unlock that door. Whoa, I think there's a thunderstorm happening out there. I just heard a peal of thunder. So, looks like maybe we're going to have a thunderstorm pass over top of us here. And to tell you the truth, it did feel kind of humid and muggy out today. I was outside a little bit today with my dog, and yeah, it was definitely one of those days where I'm just wearing shorts and a t-shirt and I felt overly warm, even though the sun wasn't really shining. Oh. Yeah. Okay, can't pick that lock either. So if that feral ghoul that was hiding in that like small little Pulaski's bomb shelter or whatever that I had to pick the lock on hurt me for like 20% of my health through this power armor, I can well imagine he might have been able to one-shot kill me if I hadn't been wearing this. So there you go. I suspect the power armor probably saved my life, that particular encounter. Now that I think about it, it occurs to me. This ladder is part of the depravity mod. And this becomes important later if you follow some of the storylines and quest lines for that. But we haven't even gone over and met those people yet, so... Oh, look, there's a mine over there to pick up. And another one there. Racetrack advertisement, easy city downs. Yeah, okay. There's going to be 10 fusion cores in this safe, right?
That's it.
Or, on the other hand, maybe not. Oh well, it's getting dark, so we might as well head back to the Red Rocket here. We'll operate during the daylight as much as possible, just so that people can see, because I am running the mod Darker Nights. And that is very immersive, but it also makes for bad recordings, because in extreme darkness, people have trouble seeing what's going on.
Ray Smith, everybody. Ray.
Okay, so first of all, we'll drop off our junk. And pop out of the power armor. I suspect I might have to do some minor repairs here. I need to put some power in and put some lights in here or something. Okay, helmet's good, left arm is good, left leg is good, right arm is good, right leg needs a bit of repair work. Looks like that's all. Okay. Okay. So let's see if we can maybe do something with this righteous authority here. Do something to... I can't... Like, my lack of scientific ability is going to kind of, you know, make my efforts a little more difficult here, but I could... Yeah, I could give it a comfort grip, which is going to reduce the accuracy a little bit, but it'll probably give me more ability to use this in VATS. And we'll see if we can switch from the combat scope to... Oh, I can't put a reflex sight on it right now. Okay. That's unfortunate. I need science. I need science so badly. Okay, well, let's see if it is better as a pistol anyway. Let's see here. If I can find a valid target to lock on here. I guess I can't, but we'll try that out, I guess, later. Put that mod in there. We'll go to the shipping container and throw some of our excess ammunition in there. Stuff that we're not using. We'll go through our okay. Okay, maybe we'll save some of this stuff for later. Oh, there's another Rolling Thunder, although it sounds a little further away than the first one did. Okay, this high radioactive stuff we'll just throw in there. I've got enough cooked foods right now that I don't need to resort to eating that stuff just yet. So we'll hang on to it in case I need it, but Throw that burnt trade magazine in there too. Some more junk. Alright. And raging knuckles. Well, you know what? I can't use knuckle or fist type weapons when I'm wearing power armor anyways, so there's really not much point in carrying those around. And I've got some extra grenades and mines. I only carry a minimum amount of these things because I don't really use them as much as some people might anyway. And I find that after a while you can carry around a pretty substantial weight of those things if you don't keep the amount that you carry under control somewhat. Guess I might as well go up and do a little bit of cooking too and see if we've got anything to cook. Okay, I'm gonna save those for later. So I guess we'll just go in here and oh, I forgot to drop those off. Oh well. And we'll sleep for 10 hours. Should be daylight by then. And now we're ready to go again. Yeah, so some of those higher level ghouls can really hurt you because I've got basically ballistic or damage resistance of 780, which is pretty high. And that thing managed to hit me for a considerable amount of damage even through that much armor. That being said though, the armor curve versus damage reduction is not a linear graph. It's more like a sort of graph of diminishing returns. So you get the most armor reduction in the first 200 or 300 points of armor that you have, and then after that, even if you add, you know, like several hundred armor points to your character, the damage reduction from that increase becomes less and less. So and I think that was designed that way to enable enemies like super mutants with pipe guns to still be able to hurt you, even if you're wearing, like, you know, heavy armor like what I've got here. Because the way it's designed is that you still can suffer some damage from even lower tier weapons, right? The damage reduction will reduce the damage from upper tier weapons to a great enough degree that you'll still suffer some damage, but at least it'll be survivable, kind of thing. It's a fairly complicated math thing anyway, compared to something like Fallout New Vegas, where they basically gave you a what's called a damage threshold, which was basically a straight across the board damage reduction that was fairly static and applied against all types of weapons. Not sure why they went away from that system, because I thought that worked perfectly well too. Because they also had damage resistance, which was a different thing. Okay.
What the hell was that?
Uh-oh, there's a raider creeping around here somewhere. Where? There. I see you. Okay, he's a valid target, so let's see if we can queue up a few more attacks here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, I get one more attack. I think it has a lot to do with... Uh-oh. I think it has a lot to do with the type of sight that you have on the weapon, too, right?
Someone watch my damn back! Where'd that little bitch go?
Yeah, well, I'm sneaking up on you. That's where I went. Yeah. Okay.
Only a fucking coward hides.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, you're going that way because you think I'm over up there still, don't you?
Oh, I know you're here. I'll find you.
Ah.
I love it when they play hard to get.
Okay.
You know we'll find you. Why not get it over with?
Are you upstairs in here now? You sound pretty close. Yeah, you're like right on the other side of that doorway, huh? Whoop. Okay, not in here. There you are. Okay. So, took a little bit of damage there, too. Yeah, that's the guy I just shot. Guess might as well grab that too. It'll probably have a couple of shotgun shells in it. Then there's this guy. Okay, so I think I went out there already too. Okay, and we looted Rika. Yeah, she has the toll schedule there. And Rika's toll schedule says 10 caps for farmers and children, 30 caps for mercenaries, 50 caps for traders, 80 caps for wagons, and 200 caps for minutemen. Don't tangle with gunners or freaks in power armor. Let them through, but keep an eye on them. Shoot synths on sight. But obviously there wasn't a provision made for feral ghouls in there. I wonder how you would set up in such a position like that and not notice. So, lots of good stuff to pick up in here. It's like a treasure trove. And I can't unlock that safe. Oh, there's some more thunder. I guess we're having a thunderstorm. Okay, well, pretty much cleared out the ground level now. We've gone in a complete circle all around the square. Circle around the square, yeah. Okay, so maybe I'll run back and drop off stuff again here. And do a little power armor repair, because I took a couple of hits there, so I probably need to. Okay, so dropping off junk. Oops. Okay, we'll drop off some ammunition again here too. And we'll drop off the radioactive food again. Oh, looks like we got that there double-barreled shotgun that we can break down here a bit too. There. Okay, let's see if we need to do some repairs here. Okay, the head's okay. Looks like we need to repair the left arm a bit. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Before I get in there, I was going to try something else with this righteous authority here. With this, instead of a scope, why don't we just put something called improved sights on it and see if that helps? Because obviously this combat scope isn't doing anything for me. Unless I want another distance weapon. But we might as well experiment with it. Anyway, I don't know what improved sights do. I guess it gives me like a little bit of a glow sight on the end of that. Suppose. Okay, so we'll go in and we'll clear out College Square Station. And this isn't usually a particularly difficult area anyway, and probably even less so if I'm wearing almost 800 armor points worth of power armor. So I kind of doubt that there's anything in here that's going to be much of a threat to me. You find dead feral ghouls all over the place here. These ones must have gotten killed by the raiders, maybe. Time for a drink of water. Dead ghouls and dead raiders all over the place in here. Okay, well, we'll try and be a little bit sneaky as we come in here. Alright, we'll just sneak up a little bit closer here. How many attacks can I light them up with? Okay, that gives me one more attack at least. Right? Okay. Well, we'll give that guy a couple, and we'll give him a couple. Or one, I guess, since I've already spent one. Okay.
Don't chance it. Report suspicious activity immediately.
So it looks like, depending on what kind of grip and what kind of sight you put on this gun, you can get either more or less VATS attacks available. It seems to affect the cost of VATS attacks. And it appears that pistols with simple sights on them are allowed more attacks than rifles are.
Keep it clean, Boston. Please dispose of food waste in the marked receptacle.
Yeah, see, I can get four attacks in with the gun configured this way, and only 3 if I have the scope on it. And only 2 if it's a rifle with a scope. The Med-X sticking in your leg.
To avoid delays, do not hold the door.
What's a little shared needle between friends, hey? Or strangers, or dead strangers. Whole bunch of buff out. Okay, yeah, there's a dead guy laying on the ground there. It would be nice if I could eventually pick up like a combat rifle or a good, can't unlock that door, or a good grease gun or something like that. Like one that's got a few extra upgrades on it. Because with the amount of 45 ammunition that I'm picking up, that could become like a main go-to weapon, at least for a little while, until I can get science, because I kind of like the idea of the power armor and maybe going with heavy gunner, but also see, I can just shoot that thing and kill it with one shot. Just by... Okay. Okay, I got a full critical bar there now. Oh, I missed. I'm surprised I'm getting good hit percentages with my big 2 perception here anyway, but... Bang.
Sweet.
Okay, anything interesting in here? Over here behind the train. Wooden box.
Nice.
Yeah, we won't bother picking that one up. I've got a better one than that already.
Watch your step as you enter the train. In the event of an emergency, please use call boxes to request police assistance.
Oh, lunchtime. Look at how sneaky I am in this power armor. I can just sneak right up behind this ghoul. Okay, I guess that's mission accomplished. I always go the rest of the way through this area anyway, just because there's lots of good stuff to pick up yet. And of course some, I'm gonna grab this key. And also some, you know, loot. In addition to looting, you can also do a little level farming to, you know, shoot feral ghouls and that kind of thing. Okay, speaking of which, I just gained a level. So I should see what I can get out of that now. Okay, I can't get another level of heavy gunner until level 11. Huh, okay. So I guess we gotta pick something else. Well, I could pick that. I think that doesn't really affect me when I'm in power armor, though. So it's not really a thing. I could get another thing of strength that gives me the ability to get that. I've never tried this, so maybe I should do that, eh? Let's do that. There, we'll go with 10 strength, and then the next time around maybe I can get another level of heavy gunner, but then at some point I can try out this pain train thing. Yeah, that might be fun.
Keep it clean, Boston. Please dispose of food waste in the marked receptacle.
Okay, admittedly the scope is better for aiming at ranges like that, but whoa, oh, okay, I'm just destroying the shit out of these sandbags with my power armor here. Dead raider named Tad. Tad has a name. A dead raider named Corpse with a journal scrap. The journal scrap says, Rika's dead, only a couple of us made it inside. We couldn't hold the entrance, there were too many. On the only way we could go was down. We'll hole up for a few days, wait for the ghouls to get a move on, and then get out of here. Well, obviously that strategy didn't work. Gonna destroy some more of those bags. Okay. Oh, well, we'll wreck some more of those. I'll have to check my leg pieces after this. I don't know whether that actually damages your armor or not when you run into those sandbag things.
That's it.
Yeah, just shoot you. And we'll do the sneaky power armor thing again here. We'll sneak up on these feral ghouls. Okay, any more? Who's next? One gets stuck behind something somewhere? Oh, okay, there you are. I guess that was the last one. Maybe I should grab one of these grease guns and just see if I can do something with it, because I seem to be finding a lot of 45 ammunition. Even the ghouls are carrying 45 ammunition. See?
Passing through cars is prohibited.
That's a handy key. It opens everything. So if you're lousy at lockpicking, it's kind of a good idea to pick that key up. So now, I guess we can go and see what's behind here. Of course, there's a perk magazine here. Companions permanently inflict plus 5% damage.
Got it.
Okay. We're done in here now. Well, I guess a quick save is in order here. And then back out into the world we go. Okay, we're back outside again, and I think we might as well head up to Bedford Station and take care of Scribe Halen's job too, because then that allows us to complete a third connected quest, which sort of gives us some bonus XP. Oh, I missed this one. Okay. Oh, I just got the Finders Keepers quest, which is connected with the Siogran Inertia shotgun. Alright. We'll, do the usual here. We'll drop off junk. Wow, I was carrying a lot more than I could carry normally. And, drop off some excess ammunition. Okay, let's do a little bit of tinkering here. See what we... Okay. Hardened receiver. Okay. Or an automatic receiver. Let's compare this to our... well, our Righteous Authority does a ton more damage than that, so maybe what we'll do is not worry about that. Because we have a lot of ammunition yet. Because we collected a lot at ArcJet. We're probably not going to run out of ammunition for Righteous Authority anytime soon. Drop off a few of those too. Okay, and then we'll drop off that 45 ammo into here. We'll drop those blood packs off there too. Let's go check and see if we have anything to cook. Maybe we'll do a little bit of quick repair work to our power armor here, make sure it's in good health. Hey, look at that. No damage at all. Alright. Grab a drink of water here. So scarcity of fusion cores might start to become a concern here before too long. I've got 2.5 left. I'm gonna go around this side. We'll just avoid that whole mess at Lexington for the time being. Okay, well, no fusion cores there. Out of radio range. Okay, well. Considering how low my perception is, I'm a surprisingly good shot in VATS. Yeah, because my perception is only 2. But I guess if you're at close enough range... Whoops, I missed one. I guess if you're at close enough range, it really doesn't matter. Okay, well. Oops, I missed the ladder. Okay, not really very much of anything there. I think there's a fusion core at Starlight Drive-In, so you know what? We're going to make a quick stop in there. Because that will at least keep me going for a while. Interesting over here. Mines, okay. It's a mine trap. Only one? Oh, okay, there's another one. And another one there. Nasty trap. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's going to be an ongoing issue until I start finding 4 fusion cores at a time in chests and things. That's okay. We'll get out the shock baton here and we'll use that. We'll grab that, and we'll grab this, and we'll grab those bobby pins. Don't really need the rest of this stuff all that much. Okay. That stuff there for later. If I remember correctly, there is a fusion core sitting on a shelf in here.
Got it.
Okay, well, we'll grab the rat away, why not? Glue and the lighter. See, I was right. There it is. There. Okay. Good stuff. That puts us back up to 3 1/4 now. Okay, it looks like it's just a couple of rad stags there, so nothing that I need to deal with there. Oh, look at that. We got tons of more shotgun shells there. Start off trying to pick some of these guys off at long range. I guess that must have just been a tough one. Oh, I missed him. Okay, picked up a few things here and there. So let's see what's inside here. Maybe I should activate the quartermastery thing here too, hey? Because it'll more or less tell me where this wonderful doodad is hidden. Of course, we gotta grab all the stuff. Okay, we'll just grab the tape. Bedford Station recording. Which is, of course,
She's late.
a recording of a railroad agent and a synth.
Look, 5 of them.
So,
It's a trap. Damn it.
Dutchman's instructions.
What do we do?
Okay. Runner arrives at midnight. Need gear, look in the blue barrel.
Give me a count of 10, then break for the tree line. What? Dutchman, There's no time. Good luck, A9.
And of course, there's the runner. Looks like she didn't make it either.
9, 8.
So if we read her instructions, it basically just says the package arrives at midnight.
No. No. I'm not going back. I can't. I won't.
So it looks like it was a railroad operation that was compromised, resulting in the deaths of everyone. Okay. Some black rim glasses, which might help actually with the perception or persuasion checks, maybe, if I'm not wearing power armor. I don't know whether I've already got a pair of them. Yeah, I do already. Okay, so it doesn't really matter one or the other. My charisma is a lowly 4, and I don't get any modifications when I'm wearing the power armor, I guess. Okay. Whoa, look at that. Okay, that hurt a bit, actually. Amazing how these guys can do damage even through pretty heavy armor. Yeah, we'll do one of those first and see if that helps us recover some health. All right. Where are you? Oh, just need a drink of water now too. That'll help me recover some health too. that a sleeping one? Yeah.
What the?
Uh-oh. Now it's time for a critical hit. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's bad news. I just died. Look at that, 780 armor. And I just died from a Molotov cocktail. Wow. Well, I guess that's it, folks. Sorry. That's it for the power armor playthrough. Unfortunately, even T-45B power armor was not enough to protect me from a Molotov cocktail at the wrong moment. So, there you go. So, unfortunately, that's the end. And that just shows you how dangerous vampire encounters are. So, anyway, I guess next time around we'll be starting with someone new again. So until then, I'm Sandman99.